Hey Randy, did you know that almost 10% of our listeners are from Australia? Maybe it's time we spotlighted another comedian from down under.
Good idea, mate. How about a comic who can hilariously wipe the floor with the excesses of pop culture while his signature sign-off lets us know there's still hope?
I'm Jim Jefferies. I think we can all do better.
I'm Randy Hodgins.
And I'm Steve McClellan, and today's inspirational quote was courtesy of Jim Jefferies, an Aussie who's climbed to the top of the stand-up world with routines that are fearless, funny, and confessional. Born Jeff James Nugent in Sydney in 1977, Jim studied musical theater and classical music in college, but soon turned to stand-up, basing his act on pointed and profane, but still playful routines about touchy topics.
Jim had built a solid fan base by the time he recorded his most famous routine in 2016. Coming from a country with strong gun regulations and few gun-related deaths, Jefferies drew a sharp contrast with the United States. The clip hit home, quickly gathering over 15 million views on YouTube. Despite the fact Jim shares his actual last name with another famous Nugent, his take on firearms was decidedly different.
I've had people come up to me in my face and scream at me in car parks as I'm leaving the theatre, going, "You cannot change the Second Amendment." And I'm like, yes, you can. It's called an amendment. Like, if you can't change something, it's called an amendment. See, many of you need a thesaurus more than you need a constitution.
Besides his stand-up success, Jim has hosted his own Comedy Central show focusing on current events, and starred in the FX series Legit, which centered on an epic road trip to help a longtime friend with muscular dystrophy lose his virginity. Despite that description, the show earned the praise of the disabled community and also allowed Jim to rework some early comedy bits into sitcom form.
Are you upset because you're trying to take my armrest?
Oh, here we go. Your armrest. Your armrest. You don't know plane etiquette. Window gets an armrest and a wall. Middle gets two armrests. Aisle gets an armrest and a little bit of extra leg. We're not animals. We live in a society.
He's got a point. Sorry, man.
For all his success on television, the stand-up stage remains Jim's natural habitat. So fans were delighted when he released a new Netflix special in July 2020 called Intolerant. While the title might imply another show full of caustic rants, the centerpiece was actually a long and uproarious recounting of how he discovered he was lactose intolerant at the age of 35.
See, I wasn't always lactose intolerant. No, it happened to me at 35. I'm 42 now. It happened on my 35th birthday. I was sitting down, having me Baskin-Robbins ice cream cake, as I always request. I'm hoeing into it, and then God looked at me and went, "How's all those atheist jokes going?"
You can find out more about Jim Jefferies and all our comedy legends, including video clips and extended audio cuts at laughtracksradio.com. Thanks for listening, and until next time, it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from him. Goodbye, everybody.